Mauricio, we're told that obviously Dele Alli is with you in this travelling party. Can you give us an update on his condition, his hand, and how much of a chance does he have of playing tomorrow night?
Well, we need to assess him. We are going to have the last training session today, and then to decide if it can be possible start from the beginning, starting 11 or on the bench. We need to assess him today.
And Heung-min Son, again, got more plaudits over the weekend. I think one pundit described him as your player of the season so far. Is this a real opportunity for him now in Harry Kane's absence to step into the striking shoes, potentially fire you into a Champions League semi-final?
I think he's, of course, he's doing a fantastic job this season. After November, I am so happy with him. Before, I think you know very well that after the World Cup, he was involved in the Asian Cup. And then in January he was involved in another competition in Asia, and it was difficult for him. But yes, I am happy. But I think it's not about only Son; it's about the offensive player. When it's not going to be Harry Kane, and the player need to step up. But I think with Harry Kane, Sonny was doing a fantastic job. Another player the same. And now I think we need, like always, the collective effort, be strong, and to have the belief and the mentality to go and to fight. That is the most important on the end.
Mauricio, Guardiola's had huge success as a manager since 2008 when he won his first trophy. Is that sort of sustained success what every manager dreams of?
Sorry if...
Is that the sort of sustained success, the regular success? Is that what every manager dreams of? What Pep has done in his managerial career?
Yes, of course. He's very. I think I don't remember, and sorry if I am wrong, but I think he won 25 or 26. I am not sure, or 24. Sorry. I don't really remember. I think he's one of the most successful manager in the last 10 years, for sure. It's not another like him. Of course, that for me, win a title with Tottenham is a massive dream. Look to win 25 or 26 or 24, I don't know. I am not sure. It's more than a dream for any coach or any manager on the world. I think what is doing him in Barcelona, Bayern Munich, or now in Manchester City is unbelievable. Show his quality, how good is him. And of course, for us, it's not easy. I think we measure our success. Different coaches earning different things. I think in Espanyol or in Southampton and now in Tottenham, different project to Barcelona, Bayern Munich or Manchester City. I think we need to settle our objective maybe in a different level. But of course, I think it's any coach can dream to be maybe 1% successful like Guardiola is.
Okay,
Jamie, no?
Jamie and then Luke.
Hi, Mauricio. Both Crystal Palace and Lyon have won here this season. Lyon, obviously, in the Champions League. I wondered if you'd looked at those games, to see if you could learn anything about how to beat City. Okay.
No, Manchester City tomorrow is going to be completely different in this when play as a final like it's going to play tomorrow. I think it's not are not a games that can give some information to us or to use. I think the reference is the game that we play 1 week ago. The reference is when we play again. And of course, the competition is completely different and the circumstances are completely different. And of course, it's going to be tough tomorrow. I think Manchester City, for me, is one of the best team on the world. And of course, it's a clear favorite to win the Premier League and win the Champions League. For us to beat them on the fair legs was an amazing result, but we know very well that the tie is still open, and of course tomorrow is going to be very, very, very tough. But what we have is the belief and the faith that we can be strong and we are going to fight. That is the most important in football, and then to hope and wish to have a very good performance and then not so good, and to have a little bit lucky, because you need in all the competition or in all the game in a important moment or period on the game, and of course be ready to profit that circumstance. But of course that tomorrow is going to be an amazing challenge and fight. I am so motivated, I am so excited to play tomorrow.
Okay, we've got a question from Luke, and then if you can pass the microphone to the gentleman 3 rows behind you.
Hi, Mauricio. Given the result in the first leg and the amount of money that Manchester City have spent, the manager they have, is there more pressure, huge pressure on Manchester City tomorrow to progress in the Champions League more than there is on Tottenham?
I don't want to talk about that. Of course, the reality is the reality. We don't need to talk about the reality. We need to talk about that we are going to be 11 by 11 on the pitch, and of course to forget everything and try to win the game and to fight and to challenge them. I am a person, I am a coach that never put excuse after and never before. You describe a reality, and the reality is there, but tomorrow we are going to be on the pitch trying to win the game. And like Hugo said before, happen what happened, I think we are going to be more than proud about our run on the Champions League, arriving to the quarterfinal and challenge a team like Manchester City. But that doesn't mean that tomorrow we are not going to fight. To be proud on the end, happen what happened, doesn't mean that tomorrow we are going to be there and we are not going to fight. We are trying to fight and to believe that we can beat them, of course.
Okay, question from this gentleman here.
Here, Mr. Andrea Riscassi from RAI. If you pass and go to semi-final, will you prefer Juventus or Ajax?
You are so far. I think we are still we are preparing and we are thinking in the battle of tomorrow. It's like it's going to be a massive battle. We cannot think in another thing that is tomorrow 8 o'clock, because I don't know, 8 or 7, no? What time we play tomorrow? 8 o'clock. I am thinking in Spain to the games today, because we were talking about the 8 o'clock tomorrow. We cannot think in after. I think it's first of all because we need to think that it's a lot of work to do, and it's going to be tough. All the energy, we need to keep all the energy for tomorrow.
Okay.
Hello, Mauricio. José Álvarez para el Chiringuito de España. In Spain...
In English only.
Yeah, I'm only saying hi.
No, because he's jealous because no one word in Spanish.
Yeah, I heard at the beginning the advice, so I will try in English. In Spain, we know your sport rivalry with Guardiola since you were in Barcelona, Espanyol. It's a big challenge for you tomorrow. It's a little bit more motivating to do it against him.
No, it's not more motivated or bigger challenge. I think the challenge is that Guardiola is maybe the best or one of the best manager in the world. We were talking before. I think he won 24, 25, 26, I don't know. With all my respect, I don't know. But I think we are talking about one of the most successful managers in the last 10 years. And of course, I am Espanyol fans. I'm going to support Espanyol, and I play more than 10 years in Espanyol. I coach Espanyol for nearly 5 years. And it's normal. He was in Barcelona all his career, like nearly his career like a player, and then we start nearly in the same time our career like a coach. Him in Barcelona and me in Espanyol, but make a special the situation because we have good friend in between. It's a lot of good friend that he have in his coaching staff teams, like Mikel Arteta or Edu Mauri or Lorenzo Bonaventura, all these people, all good friends, and I think it's of course is the challenge, is the motivation, but at the same time it's a nice to see them. Because we met in Barcelona playing a lot when we were players, when we were managers, and now in England, in Manchester, in London, playing in quarterfinal on Champions League. Of course, that for me is a massive dream. For them, maybe not too much, but for us, of course, it's a massive thing.
Okay, taking a question from over there.
Hi, Ingrid from TV2 Norway. Your former teammate Ronaldinho, he says that he thinks Spurs are going to win the Champions League this year. What would be your comment to him?
What he said, sorry, Ronaldinho?
Ronaldinho, he says that I think that Tottenham is going to win the Champions League this year.
Yes?
Yeah?
Wow. He knows a lot about football, and we need to respect him. He was a great teammate when we played together in Paris Saint-Germain. We spent amazing time together on the pitch, training ground, no outside. And you know why. No, I think it's, why not? In football, all can happen, like in life, like in everything, you must to believe, and you need to have faith and trust in yourself, in your capacity, in your quality. It's good that the people trust, or people like Ronaldinho believe that we have the quality to win. It's good for our player to listen that, because if Ronaldinho say that, we need increase our belief. If we increase our belief, maybe tomorrow we will be capable to beat an amazing team like Manchester City. Football is about to enjoy. I learned a lot from him, how he took the football, always dancing, always smiling. Football is not a drama. Football is a sport that if you want to play well, if you want to show your real quality and capacity, you must to be happy and you need to smile, no? And I learned a lot from the Brazilian player, but from Ronaldinho, spending nearly 3 years was an amazing experience for me.
Okay, take a question at the front here.
Hi, Mauricio. After the game last week, Ilkay Gundogan said that City had a negative reaction when Aguero missed the penalty, and that contributed to City losing the game. I don't want to minimise the efforts that your players made, but do you think, or did you notice that there was a difference in the game and how it was going before and after the penalty?
I don't know what he said. I cannot go in they and go into their minds. Only they know how they feel or they felt after to miss the penalty. Of course, in some point, football is about emotions. For me, football, always we talk about that the football is a context of emotion, and all that happened during some period on the game can be key. And of course, maybe if you miss a penalty, maybe you drop your focus, your concentration. I don't know. I cannot be disrespectful, or I cannot say something that maybe is not right. Only the player that were on the pitch can feel, or they felt that maybe was tough after to miss a penalty. But like happened with us in some different situations, when you consider chances, or when you miss some action, or when you how affect the game, how affect personal. The personal things or the personal character on the pitch, that is unpredictable, because of course that after many years that you share with your player, you know how they are going to react. That is why I cannot say I cannot have a proper opinion about that. Only trusting what they said, or in this case he said, and he said that is because you need to trust and to listen.
Okay, I have a question from
Mauricio. Ziad Mansour with BN Sports. I want to touch about the emotions that you talked about. City have a great record here at home. They are a team that always scores early. How do you expect your team to deal with it mentally if City score early, like they usually do here at the Etihad?
You know, it's impossible to guess. It's impossible to predict what is going to happen tomorrow. You know, we know very well all this date and how they start the games. That is the theory. We are all world champions on the preparing the plan or giving advice before to play or using one or another setup. The most important after is the player must do delivery on the pitch and being strong and of course how the opponent is going to behave. It's true. It's a lot of circumstances that can happen in football that you cannot be sure that you are going to control. That is why football is how it is. You know, it's so unpredictable and can change quick. In a small thing can make the big difference. That is why we know very well. We know very well that they are so strong. They start so aggressive. They put a very high tempo from the beginning. Yes, that is a challenge to try to stop them. This is a challenge. That is a challenge to try to be offensive, to be aggressive, to try to play in the opposite half. We know that it's going to be tough. They always dominate the opponent because they have unbelievable quality. And of course, but you know. We need to believe that we can stop them. We need to believe that we can show our quality tomorrow and can beat them. But of course, it's not a secret or it's not a plan that is going to work. Sure, 100% that is going to work tomorrow. Of course, that the plan is to convince the player that we can deliver the job and we can do something that allowed us or be close to beat them. But then, of course, it's a lot of circumstances that can happen on the pitch.
Okay, apologies. I think we're going to have to make this the last one because I'm conscious training's about to start.
Hey, Mauricio.
Jack.
But I am comfortable. Yeah, okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's not too many time to play quarterfinals. You know, let me to enjoy a little bit.
Tell me when you want to finish.
Please. You know, I was, I think, in some circumstance was like this. I think it was before to play Catalonia Cup. I won 3 in a row, three times in a row. Catalonia Cups. Yeah. And now a quarter-final Champions League is not the same.
Mauricio, you were talking about, just then you were talking about enjoying being in Champions League quarter-final.
Who? Talk?
You have to enjoy being at this stage.
Yes.
Given your playing budget is far smaller than some of your rivals across Europe, how do you view the Champions League? Do you set any targets or expectations for yourselves at the start of the season, or do you just go and enjoy it and see how far you get?
The question. I think it's, in the moment that you decide and in the moment that you have all the tools to start the competition, you need to start to stop and think if we don't have budget or have money or not, or we are going to compete with different clubs that have more, or have different plan than us. In the moment that you close your squad and you have the player, I think it's about to believe on them and try to create the plan to try to success, because we are ambitious. We are here not because we love only to play football, because we love to compete and we love to win, and of course maybe if you compare us with another team, maybe we are in a different position, financial position, or different strategy, or different plan in the last 4 or 5 years, and we are achieving a lot of things that maybe if you go back, maybe no one believe. But now, in that stage, when you are going to play in this type of competition, you must to forget and you need to compete. And on the end is 2 teams that are going to compete for the same thing, that is to win and be on the semi-final. Of course, it's going to win who deserve to win, and on the end, we need to congratulate one another. But I'm not going to complain. I think when you are in the competition, you are in the competition. You can complain. Okay, before to start the season, maybe you need to build your team. If your expectation is to win the Premier League, maybe you need to make bigger investment, or sign player, or I don't know, to have different budget, or to have different ideas how you are going to build your squad. Of course, that is going to be when we finish the season. It's going to be the big things, because like I told you, for me, is after this season is going to be 5 years. A chapter is going to be closed. We need to start another chapter, and we need to translate to our fans and you, of course, what we want to do, which is our challenge for the next few years. If now with our new stadium, we need to be real contenders, fighting for the Premier League and for the Champions League, and see and to find the tools to try to be there. Because after to win is tough. The same for Manchester City or Manchester United or Real Madrid or Barcelona. Investing a lot of money is so difficult to win because only one can win. And for us, I think it's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be tough to find a way to be in the same level of them. Still, we are not there. I think it's true that we are competing in a very good level in the last few years. But I think it's a lot of work to do to arrive in the last step, or in the last level, in the level that we want to be on the future.
Okay, we've got time for one more just here. Thank you. Training starts at 5.
I see now, yes, it's time.
Okay. Thank you.
Mauricio, I know you've touched on this a little bit already, but before the first leg, you said it was the biggest game of your managerial career. If you are
one of the biggest. Yes, because after the people say it's the biggest, it's one of the best. In Espanol, maybe playing for Survive was massive, because to be in La Liga, or to be in Championship or in second division, for the club, for the fans, for the player, for the family, was, I think, maybe more important than that game. And one of the most important, of course. Yes.
One of the most significant games of your managerial career. With that in mind, if you are successful tomorrow, how significant would that be for you personally?
Tomorrow,
if you win, how significant?
I am not thinking about win or lose tomorrow. I think we are so focused in trying to be ready to fight and to challenge them, and to try to enjoy, and to try to be sure that we are going to performance in the way that we want. I think maybe it's strange, but that is my point. That is my view, and that is how I feel. I am not thinking in win or lose. We are thinking in try to arrive in the best condition, and the most concern for us is to performance in the way that we want to performance. And for sure, if we perform, our performance is going to be in the way that we want. For sure, we are going to have possibility to be on the semi-final. But I think it's a massive race. It's so far away. Maybe it's only 24 hours. But in that type of competition, you must to be focused in performance, because all that is going to happen after the game must to be related with your performance, your belief in the way that you prepare, keep energy, and spend the energy in the right moment, a lot of circumstances that you cannot affect because you cannot affect the referee decision, you cannot affect if some injury or some situation from the VAR that may be penalty or no penalty, or is red card or is no red card. That type of situation maybe you cannot control. That is why you cannot spend energy thinking in that. And thinking after, I think it's a massive mistake. What happened, like say Hugo, we are going to feel so proud tomorrow. Hope and wish that we will be in the semi-final. If not, to congratulate Manchester City, because for sure deserve to be there.
Right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.